Good afternoon, how's it all going everyone? It's been a while. All About Truvis number 32 coming at you. And we're going to discuss a bit of a taboo subject. Now, you've already read the thumbnail, so you know what we're going to talk about today is misprints. Now, what is a misprint? Well, essentially, a misprint is when the printing of the ball doesn't work out quite as well as they'd like to. So, misprints can be that the hexagons are not in the right place. Sorry, the hexagons. It's been a while. The pentagons are in the wrong place, or they're printed over the Callaway logo or the Chromesoft logo, or in sometimes they can actually be printed on each other. And there's a bit of a discussion going on around at the moment. I thought I'd give my 2 cents in. So let me give you an idea of what a misprint would look like. Now, this one is one that just came into the market a couple of weeks ago, and it is a navy blue. And as you can see, the pentagon is kind of at an angle and over the Chromesoft in a way that it wouldn't usually be. And people then started talking about, well, how much is it worth? And I've had a lot of different ideas and a lot of different suggestions, and I want to kind of expand on what I've heard. So first of all, the only misprint that I've got is this one right here, and it is a red and blue one. And as you can see, the pentagons are nowhere near in the right place. The Chromesoft is also in the wrong place with regards to the logo, and as you can see, there's a large patch of white there and then colours over each other. Now, some people suggest that misprints are, to use a different word, an abomination, that they are not the product that they meant it to be, and it was simply technology gone wrong, and it's not even worth the cost of a single golf ball. Now, other people seem to think as them like a unicorn, as in they're very, very rare. You don't see many of them. They're unusual. They add something different, especially when you put it up on the shelf. It looks slightly different to all of the other ones. And I've seen lots of different types. Now, I've seen an all red misprint, all blue like this one, which was the old red and blue retail. And then the one that I just showed on the picture was a navy blue, like a dark navy blue. Now, the reason why I think that one's worth more is because you don't see navy blue plain on the market anyway. The only time that they would ever use the navy blue was to produce when they release a ball with someone's logo. So I'm trying to think of a dark blue logo off the top of my head. Cabot, that's a navy blue one, but there's loads of other balls out there. And the reason why I think the navy blue one's valuable is because you don't see them in retail. You only ever see them to be used to produce a golf courses or a company's or a corporation's logo inside it. Now, I have been collecting Truvis now for about 19 months. However, this is not my only time collecting strange things, and I want to go back to one of the things that I used to collect when I was much, much younger to kind of make a point about how I feel misprints should be considered. So back when I was 16, I worked in a toy shop, and we would get all the toys of the day, toys of the year in, and I would have access to all of the toys before anyone else, and sometimes that was a privilege. So Furbies, Buzz Lightyear dolls, Tamagotchis, all of these, you know, I was always able to get my hands on them. And another thing that I was able to get my hands on, especially with regards to ones that were very popular or very rare, were Beanie Babies. Produced by Ty. They are simply small. Let me show you one. So this is a Beanie Bear. Now, this one is the Princess Bear. I'm going to put this on the podium. And this one was released kind of marking the death of Princess Diana, and the proceeds went to the Princess of Wales Foundation. and it was so popular. They only made, I think they made 10,000 in the first instance. But the thing is, they made the first 10,000 with a different type of bean inside. They were made with a PE bean. And then because they were so overwhelmed, they then moved to a PVC bean afterwards. So the first 10,000 were different, labels slightly different. But those 10,000 of the rare ones went up in value, skyrocketed, past $10,000 each for one. And it was simply a case of they were an unusual variation on something that's common. So any real big collector out there, of course, would have the Princess Bear, but would also really want the Princess Bear with the PVC beads because they would be exceptionally rare. Another case in point would be Tank the Armadillo. You are watching All About Truvis, you have to bear with me. Tank the Armadillo was a regular Beanie Baby. However, on production, they first produced him with 9 sets of stitching for his shell. And then the second batch that went in, they only had 7 stitches. And then there was a third edition that came out that had 9 stitches, but then 1 across the bottom to kind of harness the shell in. So there were 3 different forms out there, and obviously the collectors would want all 3. Now, the first production ones with the 9 stripes without the shell definition went for so much more money. The last one that I saw was well over $70,000, simply because there was only a few made, and therefore very collectible and very valuable. So Tank, which brings me back to this ball here. Is it really, really rare, or just something that was a mistake that should never have found the marketplace? My opinion, I think they belong in my Truvis collection. But what I don't think is, I don't think they should command the kind of money that you're seeing out there. This one I would value no more than a regular run-of-the-mill Truvis, maybe 8, maybe 10. But the reason why people put a price on is because the real serious collectors want the different ones. They want the rare ones. Now, this one, not particularly rare, but I would envisage if you see one of the original prototypes, so like the cherry red or the dark green or even the gold, if you saw one of them with a misprint, we are talking serious money. Now, if you think, you know, we've heard about the cherry red valuations. We've heard someone paying $1,200 for a cherry red. We've heard $500, $800, and that's been decreasing as, you know, more have found their way out there. But that is one of the most expensive balls. Now, you throw a misprint on a cherry red and you're talking a serious amount of money because no one else will have them, and that's why the value goes up. So with regards to misprints, very, very careful about how you value them. If they are regular retail, blues, reds, trying to think of any other ones there, green maybe, maybe pink, they're not going to command significant value because they're not that special, they're everywhere. But if you get one of the rarer colours on a misprint, the big collectors are going to want to pay up. They're going to want something that pops off the shelf and looks very different. So misprints, do they belong in the Truvis collection? I think so. Some people love them, some people hate them, and I think that's fine too. As we all know, different collectors love different things about their Truvis. Some people only like one colour. Some people only like corporations or company logos. Some people only like the colour blue. There's lots of different things out there. And I believe that this is an interesting facet within Truvis. So yeah, misprints, bring them on. If you have a misprint and you don't care about it anymore, I'd love to add it to my collection. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm not going to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds, but if you've got one that you don't really value, I'll be happy to take it off you. Just let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be honest, the majority of it was about Beanie Babies, But if you have enjoyed this video about Truvis, please give me a like. Please do subscribe. I've not made a video in a month or so, so I'm not anticipating a massive spike in subscribers. A massive spike in subscribers would probably be about 2, maybe 3 max. I'm not going to get that this time, but I really want to know that there are people watching the video, so please do hit the like and hit subscribe. I've got about 9 balls to show you in the next episode coming in, some interesting ones. But for now, take care. Misprints. It's a thing. Take care.